Go on, lad. Come on, another 10 minutes and we'll start walking back. Come on, girl. Well, we've just been talking to a lady, me and Debbie, in one of the stores. She asked Debbie again, another one, who said to her, how come you struggle walking? Debbie explained to her that she's got what they call MS, though she suspects she was given something like Guillain-Barré syndrome. And the lady said to Debbie, what do you mean given? So Debbie explained to her about the injections she had for certain things when she was younger. And she believes that this is a direct result of it. We both do. Plus the systemic fibrosis that we know she was definitely given from an MRI scan with contrast, the contrast dye, which is gadolinium. Now they tell you that this passes quickly and safely through your system, despite the fact that you shouldn't be near anyone else when you've had this nuclear medicine in you, especially people who are pregnant. Never think about the contradiction in that fucking statement, folks. It's safe, but don't go near anyone else for a few hours. You know, it's crazy. So the lady said to Debbie, well, I'm 82. You know they want rid of us, don't you? And Debbie said, what do you mean? What, they? She said, the government, they want rid of us. The doctors, they want rid of us. And that has got to be, in the last 12 months, got to be the third elderly person, a chap and another lady, earlier on in the year told us the same thing, that they believe that, and they were made to feel worthless now, and that their time on this earth was short. She said, well, at least I'm 82, at least I've had my life. And Debbie said to her, no, you haven't had your life. You could live to be 100 or beyond. Crazy. Anyway, this is what we're left with after this morning's shit show, folks, that I filmed. I filmed all these aircraft, as many of them as I could anyway, folks. I filmed the lines of disgrace that they left after it, folks. And here we are now, the atmosphere ionised and weaponised with these particulates at the nano level and non-nano level, folks. And then you've got the chemicals, all the nucleating stuff, the particulates. Too many to mention, folks. Now running around, whizzing around, dancing about as a life of their own up in the air, folks. Just so that people like you and me and everything else can be connected to this internet, this world wide web. Yeah, when I say it slowly like that, I hope you get it, folks. This internet and world wide web. You know, they tell you to your fucking face that you're being interned and netted into this web of digital fucking catastrophe, folks. It's chemicals, particulates, heavy metals, all doing their job up in the air, folks, to come down slowly so they can run data into and out of it and capture whatever data they want from us and pump into us via the body area networks, through the Wi-Fi systems, the target acquiring systems, the radar, LiDAR, NexRad, etc., folks, all these cell towers, the smart shit, the smart meters, the smart watches, the Fitbits, everything that connects Bluetoothly through these Wi-Fi digital connections, folks, is messing with our makeup, our what they call DNA, folks, and altering us at speed, despite the fact you may not feel it, folks. We're talking to another neighbour earlier on this morning here, and she told me that she was ill after every single injection for the scamdemic, yeah? After every one. Now, I said to her, well, I'm not being funny, but fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. And she didn't quite get that. So I said, well, if you had one and got ill, you know, you get a little bit wary. You have number 2 and get ill again, you know, then there's no reason why at all you would have number 3. And yet, here we are at number 7 and 8. Round here, folks, where we are. And that's on top of all the other stuff. She said she'd had the shingles jab and that made her seriously ill. And she was due to have the flu one on Saturday just gone, and she didn't go to it for some reason. So you know what my advice has been, folks? I'm no doctor, but using common sense, I've advised her as to exactly what I would do, having never taken part in any of these fucking things. It's up to her now. I explained to her, you know, about the WI40, the EC, and the diploid cells, you know, and the other shit that's in them, folks, like the canine, equine, bovine cells put in them, monkey cells, green monkey cells are in them, folks. And they don't tell the vegans amongst you that these human animal cells are in them. But the WI38 cells, folks, are from aborted fetal cells, aborted babies. Think about that. Have a think about the canine in these flu injections, folks. And the wild boar cells, three types of wild boar cells from Indonesia or Australia, also in the same ones along with the monkey cells. And then the thimerosal that they say isn't, I forgot the bleeding name of it now. Crazy, folks. Why's that slipped my fucking mind now? Oi, you two. Mercury, folks. They say they don't use mercury anymore. They don't. They use thimerosal, which is a derivative, a relation of mercury, folks. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. So, I'm trying to photograph this pheasant. It keeps disappearing into the hedgerow, probably because I'm being loud and I've got the dogs, but it's black with a white neck. It's not the brown and the reds, the beautiful colours. It's a black pheasant. I ain't never seen one before. I don't know if they exist. I'll Google it, I think, when I get in. But this is the sky that we're left with, folks. What a fantastic invention, eh? The aircraft. Weaponised and turned on us, folks. Not that particular aircraft, but there are small aircraft like that doing and spewing the spew, folks. There are drones that they say are pilotless, but if you've programmed a drone or you're flying that drone and you are the pilot, folks, whether it's been done from a computer desk, whether you've programmed the thing, you've piloted it, people in charge of all this shit. Majority of people are not quite aware of what's taking place, even those doing this, as people like me, because they are told stuff on a need-to-know basis, especially the military. They're only told that they've got to do this, that and the other thing, and they don't know what the contents of these things are that they're spraying down. And they're taught not to ask questions, taught only to obey, you see. And groups are kept separate from other groups One group knows one thing, another group knows another, and another, and so on, folks. So they know certain things on a need-to-know basis, and never the twain shall meet. So they just feel that they're doing their duty for the greater fucking good, eh? And they don't know what strontium-90 is, they don't know what barium is, and how deadly this fucking stuff is. The majority of these people didn't know what Agent Orange was. They were spraying over Vietnam. Yeah, just following orders, just following military orders, governmental directives, whatever. And then you find out that Agent Orange is now packaged as Roundup. We see the adverts on the TV over here in the UK. It's sold with a smiley face. This sunflower smiling, folks. Come and get your Roundup. You know, kids can go and buy this stuff. You send your kids to buy it, you can't send them for cigarettes. You can't send them for alcohol. But they can go and buy this carcinogenic shit off the fucking shelf, no questions asked. And I get angry because I've got grandkids. Anyway, the fields have been trimmed. So I'll get back now, get these two fed. And I think that's finished my wallpapering in the lounge. And I think that's it for today for me, this filming this shit. I suppose I'll have to limit how many videos I produce at some point. I think I've done it. And so long as they're on YouTube or they're out there in the internet or in the book forms, folks, then there's always a chance that I'll continue to wake someone up. Please, someone, anyone. That's what it's all about. That's what we're trying to do, folks. I'm trying to save as many souls as possible. But it's looking like that'll be the souls of those not yet born. Because the souls of those today have already been sold down the fucking river, folks. Ain't that true, you two? Eh, Oliver? You're a good lad, aren't you? And that's it from us. I'll see you on the next one, folks. And thanks to all those that continually tune into my handmade videos, folks. The shittiest videos going. But probably the most informative, because you can research everything that I tell you, folks. I urge you do. I urge you get your informed consent packages before you take any of these shots, whether it's the flu shot, the shingles shot, the chicken pox, this, that and the other thing shots. And if they don't give it you, then there's the red flag, folks. If they refuse to give you the insert, the informed consent document that you read first, yeah, it informs you before you consent to having any of this. It's the same in the chemists or the stores when you go for vitamins. You open the box and there's a piece of paper inside telling you what's what, what's not, and the side effects, if any. That's your informed consent. It informs you. You're supposed to read it and consent. Or not, if you're wise and have common sense. I'll see you on the next one.